of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Nashville. Andre Roberts now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
I think the development of Josh Allen as the starting quarterback in Buffalo has been rapid. We knew he had a big arm coming out of college. People question his accuracy, his decision-making a little bit, but I think that continues to improve as well. And the biggest surprise, how well he's used his legs to give them an extra dimension in the running game. And give him credit, his completion percentage last season was up 6 points from the year before. He continues to improve.
First throw with Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3.
Bills 3, Titans nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
Tyler Bass.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time, and at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job for Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He was tackled.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tannehill's pass intended for A.J. Brown.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern comes on for Tennessee. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Buffalo Bills 4-0 for the first time since 2008, and they go on the road, beat the Raiders in Vegas Week 4, 30-23. Now Russell Wilson's getting the headlines, but Josh Allen, he's been every bit as good. In this last game, 288 yards, a couple of touchdown passes. He ran for another, and the Bills did not turn the ball over a single time. So, you know, a lot of folks, Charles, thought that the Bills would certainly be good, contend for the AFC East title, but 4-0, that's a heck of a start.
It really is. They've handled the pressure of being what many people would call the front runner coming into this season, even though New England's still there looming, right? But they've handled it very well. You mentioned Josh Allen. He's piloting an offense that's averaging better than 30 points per game, and he took a big hit in this last one against Vegas and came back into the ball game. How about his passer rating? It's up better than 37 points from last year, which was an emphasis for him to be more accurate throwing the football. He's doing that. So let's face it, Brandon. They don't want to look ahead. That doesn't stop us from doing that. Week 6, Kansas City, they head to Buffalo. What a game that's going to be. And let's face it, a true litmus test for the Bills.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. across the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Devin Singletary, the ball carrier.
Devin Singletary, 47 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler in 2019, in on the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Nice play on the ball by A.J. Brown, and he comes up with the reception. He had a terrific 2019 as a rookie. The first one since 1970 to go over 1,000 yards receiving and average over 20.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 29, Tannehill. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Tannehill on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. The Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First down, Buffalo.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Allen finding Brown for a Bills first down.
First down, Bills.
John Brown with the reception. What a year he had in 2019. Had his first 1,000-yard season since 2015 and had the most catches in his career as well with 72. A very dangerous target both downfield and in the short areas where he can make the catch and make people miss.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh. Singletary. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
But it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
3 on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They will run with Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And there's a catch there by Stephon Diggs, and he is dangerous whether you throw the ball to him short or you target him downfield for the big plays. Averaged nearly 18 yards per catch. That ranked 4th in the league last season. He is elusive and tough to get down on the ground when he's in the open field.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Quarterback sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
To Dawson Knox.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Khalif Raymond now. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Taken down back.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Throwing down is Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it, even though, CD, they're 0-4 right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable when you think about it. If we were talking soccer, we'd be talking relegation, wouldn't we? Right? Would this division even exist next year? But there is potential there. The Eagles came alive with a big win on Sunday Night Football, beating San Francisco in San Francisco. Washington.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fighting his way through contact. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Over the middle here to Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Tannehill on 1st down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw Devin Singletary with the strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them get the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on the hater. I'm moving in the sugar, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm a PC, but I'm running through and sacking like a Raider.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10.
Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown.
Tannehill's pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Here now, Roberts. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen hit. He lost the football.
The quarterback is...
And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
He'll throw from the gun.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And with that, let's look ahead to Week 5, Charles. Some of the big games coming up as we continue into October. Starts with a good one Thursday night, 3-1 Bucks. The 3-1 Chicago Bears. That's Brady versus Foles. I'm sure we'll hear plenty about that. And then Indianapolis at Cleveland. One of those teams, Charles, is going to be 4-1. What else do you have on the docket?
Yeah, well, don't forget Minnesota. They'll come up their first win. They go to Seattle. It was 4-0. That's a Sunday nighter. And then the Chargers at New Orleans on Monday night. I think Justin Herbert having to face Tom Brady and Drew Brees in back-to-back weeks, not something you would dial up. But this kid seems up to the task. He's played well despite the fact the Chargers have struggled with their record.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
41-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Again to Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill out to the right to Humphries. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard.
And now out come the Bills.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Singletary, the Bills ball.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a run with Singletary. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to keep it here. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working out of the shadows, Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Oh, man, can't do that.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
The kick is good.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Titans 14.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Tyler Bass.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down 20-14. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
31-yard line.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Jonnu Smith. Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Now a desperation. And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 71 yards. And the Titans can have the lead if they hit the extra point.
We all knew the situation. We're in the 4th quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard.
Now it's the Bills' turn, trailing by a point. 1:07 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jayon Brown in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now the Bills will hustle to the line. He's back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's third down.
Third down and 12.
To throw is Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back to throw. Allen. Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They shall run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the give, this is Singletary. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
He was tackled at the 27.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good.
The kick is good.
And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there, and he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Raymond now on the return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Raymond.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From